This is going to be a video review of the Netgear AC1200. There's another name for this. Here it is down here. Model R6230. Netgear dual band, so it's a 2.4 and a 5 gigahertz router. And you see over here it talks about this Nighthawk app, Wi-Fi simplified. I have another router. If you check my channel, you can see I did a video review of another Netgear. How does this thing open? Another Netgear router, and I installed the app on the phone, and it was just a nightmare. It's really a hassle. But from what I understand and from what I did later, you don't have to install that app. I don't even know if you need to use it all the time. There's that little thing in there in case you go into the store and try to walk out the door without paying. Boom. So I'm going to set this up. I've got a really old router at my mom's house, a very old router. The connection is intermittent now, cutting in and out really bad. So we're going to set this up. I'm going to set this up at my house and then go over to her house and connect it. The most important thing that I can say before you do this, if you don't have a router, you don't have to pay attention to this, but if you do have an existing router, make sure you look at your SSID, that's the ID, the name of the router that you're connecting to, and the password. Because when you install this new one, if you do not use the old password, then when you connect this thing up, everything that you have in your house that's already talking to this is not going to work anymore, and you're going to have to go and set everything up with new passwords. So, comes with your standard Ethernet cable, comes with a power cord. Everything's pretty simple so far. Let's take this apart. We have an instruction manual. This thing's really small, very small, compared to the one that I have over here. That's the one that I'm using at home. It is massive overkill for what I have and what I need. Massive overkill. I got a good deal on it though at Costco. I did a review on it. But if you don't need anything but a simple modem, I would go with this. So what do we have on here right now? We have our power light. Looks like the Wi-Fi light. I don't know what that light is. 1, 2, 3, 4 connections. That's a USB thing, and I don't know what that light is. We have our 2 antennas on the back. These look pretty cool. So far I'm saying, yeah, this is good. WPS is usually a different way to connect things, Wi-Fi on and off. So I guess they are allowing you, this is kind of neat. So you're able to do these 4 ports for your router, so that's your main thing coming out of your cable modem into here, and your 4 connections. But they're also allowing you to press this button so you can shut off the Wi-Fi without having to go into the app or the computer to turn it off. I'm impressed with this. USB port, this is really neat. The thing they're putting in a lot of modems, a lot of routers now, is you have a USB port. So if you plug in, a thumb drive, you plug a thumb drive into here, or if you plug in a USB controlled external hard drive enclosure and you connect it to this, that means that everything connected on this router will be able to access this if you turn it on in the app. So if you have a USB printer, you could connect it to this, and all of these would be able to talk to it. It's a really nice feature. Reset, you press the little pin inside there and you reset usually the whole thing. Wipes out your password, sets it to the default password, and log in, AC adapter, jack, 2 antennas, and your power on and off for the unit. So yeah, it looks really neat. Looks really nice. Let's leave that on there now. And check out the instructions, and what do they say? A sticker on your router displays the preset Wi-Fi network name and password and QR code. Really important. You're going to need this. Set everything up so it works. After it works, then go in there and set in your old password. And I believe, I'm not sure, but I think you can, yeah, you can change your SSID. So you can change all of this, but get it set up first. So what do we have here? The sticker has that info. do more with a Nikon. Okay, view a list of devices that are connected. You're not going to need that. Change your Wi-Fi network name and password. I don't think you need to do that in the app. I think you can do that on the computer. Test your router's internet connection speed. All right, who cares? Are there any instructions on how to do this? There are no instructions on what to do. Unbelievable. How do you sell a product without info on at least do this? There's nothing here. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, let's get going. What I'm going to do is I'm going to power this thing up, and then I'm going to pull the wire that's coming off of my cable modem, and I'm going to plug it into internet. And then what else am I going to do? Is there some software here? No software. Okay, so we're going to try the computer in a minute. I'm going to plug this into the cable modem, and then I'm going to plug this into the computer, and then I'm going to try to log into this with the URL of routerlogin.net. I'll show you that. Take the AC adapter, plug it into the jack at the back of the router. Plug it into the wall on the other end. Power switch is over here, so I'm going to press the power switch and see if we get anything flashing on the front. Maybe it was already on. It is on now, and I have absolutely nothing showing that the unit is powering on, which is not a good thing. I take that back. We do have a green light that's on there. Very hard to see with all the lighting in here and the reflections. I do have the power light on. I do have the Wi-Fi signal on after giving it about a minute to set up. I also have this light on. I have no idea what that means. I don't know if the Wi-Fi signal is locked, but we'll find out in a minute. This wire is going directly to the output of the cable modem. This wire is going directly to the back of my computer, and the other side is plugged into the LAN jack, the Ethernet jack on the computer. Now that I have that wire in jack 1, we have the green light on. So I'm going to go over to the computer now, and we'll see what's going on with that. This is the screen that pops up right after I plug in the cable to the back of the new Wi-Fi router. If it doesn't come up, then you want to do what I said before. You want to go over to the URL box, and you want to type in routerlogin.net, and you'll end up getting this the rest of this BRS thing. But type in www. Well, you don't have to type in the www, but routerlogin.net. So now we're just going to go, and if you don't want to do it this way, if you want to mess with installing that app, which I'll tell you, it's a nightmare, but go for it if you want to. I'm going to click on agree. And it doesn't, oh, do I have to click on something at the bottom? No. Let's try agree again. It doesn't want to accept. Oh, there we go. Connecting. Checking the internet connection. Please wait. If you like my videos, do that thumbs up, subscribe, like, share, comment. If you want to donate to my channel, ask for my PayPal info. I'm going to leave some Amazon affiliate links in the description of the video so that you can buy this and some other things. So click on that. It will help me out. You are not yet connected to the internet. Do you want Netgear Genie to help? Yes. No, I want to configure the internet connection myself. I have saved the router settings in a file, and I want to restore the router to those settings. We also have something at the top that says you must log into the network before you can access the internet. Open network page. Yeah, let's let the Netgear Genie do it so that I can help everybody out who needs help from the Genie. Detecting the internet connection. This can take a few minutes. Please wait. So we are going to wait. Sorry about the reflections and the bad lighting. This is not on a tripod. I have a bunch of junk on this table, so I had to cover it with a towel, as you can see. That bachelor life, living in a messy place. You know how it is. So as long as the video helps you out, that's the important thing. If it helps you out and you watch it, it helps me out. If you buy it with the affiliate link, it definitely helps everybody out. Problem detecting the internet connection. This is most likely due to one of the following. The modem was not power cycled during the cable setup. To solve this problem, power cycle the modem, turn it on and off. The yellow Ethernet cable is not fully inserted. I am going to say it was the power down because this happened the last time I messed with my first modem. So I'm going to go power the thing down, give it a couple minutes to start up, and we'll see what happens. Cable modem, make sure you check out the lighting setup before you unplug it, or just give it a couple minutes. The minute I get the lighting set up the way I want, I think it's 2 blue and 2 green or something like that in the middle, then I'll know that everything's good, and it looks like everything's good right now. I have the flashing over there, which means the internet connection. So back over to the computer to continue with the Genie. This is so much different than the older routers where you just plug them in and set everything up. I just power cycled the modem and waited 2. Let's check it again, detecting the internet connection. The process can take a few minutes. We got a thing over there that says router firmware. Chances are the router firmware is going to need to be updated. So once I get connected to the internet, I should get a message saying, do you want to update the firmware? So we'll give this another minute or 2. Hopefully I don't get that message saying unable to connect, because then I've got some real problems. If you check out my other video, there we go. Click next, DHCP detected. If you check out my other video, I had major problems until I did what I'm doing now. But you really need to power down the cable modem. So we're going to click next. We're going to need that sticker, applying internet connection settings. So things aren't that bad right now. Going to need that sticker that came with this. Don't lose that info. You're going to need that to set this up. And anytime you need to go in and do a full reset, you're going to need that to log in and change all your info. So applying internet connection settings can take a few minutes. Probably not going to take a few minutes, but let me shut this. Oh, here we go. Something just happened. Process can take, we've been doing this for about 30 seconds now. There we go. This is important now. So I'm going to walk you through a little bit of stuff. This connection is not secure. Logins entered here could be compromised. That's because we haven't set anything yet. We have 2 different things here. We have the admin password to log into your router. Now you're going to set up an admin. The name is always going to be admin. You cannot change that. So a lot of other routers you can change the admin name. With this you can't change it. You're going to have to set up a password. This password is going to be used to log you into this router, into the router screen, so that you can do your maintenance or you're changing your whatever you need to. You're also going to have to put in security questions, which it might ask you 1 or 2 or 3 of them, 2 of them. This is not the same as the SSID or the name that you're going to log into, the signal name that you're going to log into, and it is not, you should not use the same password as the password you are going to use to log into Wi-Fi. You want these passwords to be different. You might not care, but you want them to be different. You can, as I said, this already came with a password. I answered my 2 security questions, put in the new password for the router. The new screen that we have, we can see that the default is Netgear 13 and Netgear 13 5G for the SSID names, and their default passwords are wide hippo 905 and wide hippo 905. And then the router thing, which I set up, I put in my own password, which is behind my finger. Now we have the firmware update that I was telling you about. Believe me, this is so much easier than what I went through with the cell phone app. What a nightmare. So if you do decide to put the cell phone app in there, you have control from home for when you're not at home, but you're probably not going to need it. You really are probably never going to need it. As long as you do the no firmware version available. There we go. On my other one, there was one available. Let's click OK and see where we go. So there is this screen, this register product. Believe me, I am not a lover of registering anything, and I don't know if you need to. You probably don't, but I don't know if we can get past this screen. Everything else is working, but I don't know if we can get past this screen. So you have to do the login. I've already got an account, so I'm going to go over there and find that, and I'm going to go finish this. One account to connect all Netgear apps. I don't really care about any of this really. But I think I'm going to need this to be able to go in here and change my password. Yes, maybe, maybe not. It's all about marketing, people. It's all about getting money off of you. Product comes with 1-year warranty. I don't want these available plans. I don't know how to get past this screen. Let me close this screen out. I logged into my Netgear account to register it. You have to reply to the email within 24 hours. I don't know if there's a way to avoid that. I'm going to close this thing out and we'll see what happens next. You've successfully completed the installation. I X that out on the top. Now optimize your experience. Manage your network with the Nighthawk app. Set parental controls. Change your Wi-Fi password. That is what I'm looking for now. So it takes me to the screen how to change your Wi-Fi password. Maybe I didn't even need to register. I might have been able to do this whole thing without doing the registration. We're going back to the screen that we did before. As you see over here, launch your browser, log into routerlogin.net, and type in your admin password. When I did this on my first one, I kept on going back to the default password, but let's see what happens. So I just clicked on the website routerlogin.net, and like most router things, you get the box that comes up here with your username and password, and that should be the admin and the password that you set up at the beginning of this video. And that is exactly what it was. Now remember I was telling you about the USB at the beginning? That's called the Ready Share, no USB drive, but you can go in there and enable it. Parental controls, not enabled, but if you want to change that, you can. Guest network, in case you want to set up a guest network account. I'm connected to one computer, so it shows one device. Internet connection is good. I think we also have something over here where it will test the speed. Let me go click really fast and see. Now, that's the advanced router information, firmware, internet port, MAC address, wireless setting 2, and we've got the, is it showing the passwords? No. Guest account not set up, guest account not set up. So let's go back over to the basic. And I'm going to click on the wireless setting so I can change the SSID and the password that they set up originally. And so what we have here is enable SSID if you want to broadcast that. Auto up to 300 megs. Yeah, I don't even have up to 300 megs here. Your different settings for Securitate. The passphrase, that's your Wi-Fi password that you're going to use. And what else are you going to change? So we've got the 5G. See over here, we've got the 2.4G. We have the 5G. We're going to change the passwords for login over here and over here. And we're going to go over here and we're going to change the login or the SSID, the name that you're going to see as your Wi-Fi signal. And so I think that's pretty much it. After I do that, then I'm just going to log in. And once I know everything's good, as I said, I want to make sure I use the old password of the other router so that I don't have to set up everything again in the house. Hopefully this video helped you out a lot. Make sure you click on that apply after you do all of that. Thanks for listening to me ramble. A lot of people like it and a lot of people hate it, but that's just my channel. Thanks for watching, people. Thumbs up, subscribe, like. If you want to buy this, I'm going to leave the link in the description of the video so you can click on that Amazon affiliate link and buy it. It will take you to Amazon. It will help me out with a little bit of coinage. And also check out my channel for the other router that I did that I bought at Costco on how to set that up, and you can see all the problems I went through. And I guess that's it. See ya. And there it is, people. First one connected. That's the Ethernet cable, hardwire. Second one connected. That's the Wi-Fi. You can see how the Ethernet at the top. It adds the 2 to it. It shows there are 2 connections on this one PC. So that's how you set this thing up. I do hope it helped everybody who watched this.